Hey everyone, I'm Garden Stardinger and welcome back. Today we're talking about an issue most people only notice when things start rustling in their backyard. Getting rid of rats naturally, just with plants. Yes, really. No traps, no poison, no drama. Just simple herbs that we love but that rats hate like a soaking wet basement carpet. We're going to look at the plants that reliably chase rats away, so fast they'll turn tail before you can say peppermint. From lavender to sage, from lemon balm to wormwood, each of these plants has its own little trick, and together they build a fragrant fortress no rat would dare approach. Make sure you stick around, because at the end, I'll share a brilliant garden insider tip that will truly elevate your rat defense to the next level. So let's go. Dive into the world of scents and kick out those grey tenants. Peppermint, the fresh breath bad rat rep champion. Peppermint is like a teenager with a fully fueled scooter. Give it a yard of space and it will take over the neighborhood. But that exact wild energy makes it the perfect anti-rat bodyguard. Its menthol scent is a glass of summer for us. For rats, however, it's a sensory meltdown on demand. Plant it by your compost, your shed, or your woodpile. But please use a container or it will soon be running the show. And here's the trick that feels almost unfair. Crush a leaf between your fingers, just briefly, casually. The scent rises up. Clear, fresh, sharp. And for rats, it's like someone just turned off the lights. A natural perfume that tells them you are in the wrong place. Lavender, vacation for you, horror trip for rodents. For us, lavender smells like Provence, like wanderlust, like sun-drenched paths. But for rats, it's the beginning of an orientation crisis. This scent confuses tracks, breaks trails, and makes their maps unreadable. That's why it's ideal along paths, by fences, or around the house. A purple protective wall that is gentler than it acts. As a bonus, it keeps mosquitoes and moths away. And bad moods too. Sometimes even uninvited guests who might otherwise linger too long at a barbecue. Lavender is kind to us and merciless to rats. A fragrance that smiles while drawing boundaries. And that's exactly why we love it. Wormwood, the stop right there. Moment for every rat. Wormwood is not an herb for the faint of heart. It smells pungent, tough, and rough, like an old herb master in a grey cloak. For rats, this smell is a moment of hesitation. A sudden, oh-ha, that decides in seconds, better turn around. Its essential oils disrupt the fine nasal lines that rats usually read like road maps. It's enough to place it under trees or next to the log pile. Dried sprigs and crevices act like silent alarm systems. No tech, no electricity, just plant power. Wormwood isn't a cop, it's the atmosphere that says, you are not welcome here. And rats understand that language instantly. Sage, the noble knight of the herb garden. Sage is the polite knight among the fragrant plants. Clear, strong, warm, aromatic, a scent like a raised shield. For rats it means access denied. It reorders all scents, dulls the sharpness of trails, and sheds light on the world of fragrance that rats rely on. A bouncer that neither screams nor hits, it just stands there and lets no one in. It loves sun, loves space, loves company. That's why you plant it best in groups. A small sage squad is more powerful than a single hero. Brilliant in the kitchen, determined in the garden, and rats voluntarily steer clear. Lemon balm, summer vibes for you, no-go zone for the rat. Lemon balm brings summer scent to the flower bed, light, bright, fresh like an open window in June. For us, it's a smile. For rats, it's sensory overload. Its citrusy scent slices through trail lines and makes the ground under the rat's nose unreadable. You just lightly brush over the leaves, the fragrance rises like a small summer wave. And the rat realizes there's nothing to find here. A few plants by the greenhouse are enough, or around fruit trees where it often smells invitingly of food. Lemon balm is friendly, but firm. And that exact mixture drives rats to flee. Catnip, the double strategy. That's almost unfair. Catnip is the only plant in the garden that simultaneously sends house cats into ecstasy and rats into flight. A double whammy that sounds almost like magic. Cats are drawn to it like teenagers to a Wi-Fi sign. And their very presence is enough to make rats nervous. The scent of the catnip itself is a warning signal for rats. One that says, someone else is in charge here. That's why it's ideal at the transitions between the house and the garden. A natural boundary you hardly have to maintain. Cats come willingly, rats willingly do not. Justice in the garden has rarely been so simple. And so effective. Garlic and chives, the stinky heroes. Garlic, chives, leeks, the inconspicuous neighbors in the bed that everyone loves, except rats. For them, onion plants smell like a mix of stress and catastrophe. Their sulphurous scent settles over the ground like an invisible wall. Not loud, not aggressive, but insurmountable. Planted between vegetables, they act like silent guardian angels. You harvest for the kitchen and protect your garden at the same time, killing 2 birds with 1 clove of garlic. They require little maintenance, give much back, and work better than some high-tech gadgets. Heroes who never ask for applause. If you've watched until now, you know. With the right plants, you need neither traps nor poison. Peppermint, lavender, wormwood, sage, lemon balm, and catnip. Together, they are a fragrant wall that no rat will willingly march through. And now the garden insider tip you've been waiting for. Rats hate fresh scents. That means for you. Simply walk through your herbs every few days, crush a leaf or snap a twig, and your scent defense is back to maximum power. Small effort, huge impact. If you liked the video, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time. I'm your garden Stordinger.